Well, I tell you what, she made a terrible mistake, one that you'll never forget, because now that you're going to become the Green Hornet, there will be Megan Foxes climbing all over you. They'll have their mouths open. They'll be licking you.
They'll just open mouth kiss me at every greeting. They'll say, yes, exactly. I hope so.
Yeah, you'll probably have to wear a helmet around to be protected from these women.
I hope so. Yeah. A helmet with an opening that will allow me to make out with them at any given opportunity.
You were at the
that was so much worse than I remember.
Yeah,
honestly, like, we did the pre-interview, and they were like, oh, maybe we'll show the clip. And I was like, I'm sure it'll be fine. I bet I'm, like, blowing it out of proportion. It's way more embarrassing than I remember it being. Like, that...
Things never live up to, like, people say, oh, I have this great video, and I was on a horse, and I jumped off, and I fell, and they're never as good, but that really lived up to its billing.
Like, you could, and it's creepy of me. Like, I look weird in that. It's weird that, it's creepy that I really do. I'm coming with her with an open mouth. I don't know why I'm doing that. It's really...
Yeah.
I'm almost doing that. That's I'm one step away from the boob grab. That's what that...
Well, speaking of not kissing women, you were at the Comic-Con convention.
I was. A hotbed of not kissing women. Man, that is ground zero for not kissing women. Yeah.
And you like that? Are you like a comic book fan and all that sort of thing?
I'm a giant comic book fan, as you can probably tell from that video. I've been a comic book fan my whole life. It's probably why.
Do you have fun going to something like that? Because I would imagine you just being swarmed by guys dressed up as Yoda.
That to me is like a sexual fantasy. You don't know that, but it's at Comic-Con I'm kind of like how Justin Timberlake is everywhere. That's what I'm like just at Comic-Con. But people are actually pretty respectful because I'm a comic book nerd, and they can genuinely see that. So when they come up to me, I'm like, I'm reading Wolverine, and they get that. They're like, oh, okay, I wish I was reading Wolverine. But last year I was there, and I have some friends who are celebrities, and some of them, to avoid getting pictures taken with them, thought like, oh, I'll wear like the mask of a comic book character, and that will conceal my identity. But what they didn't take into consideration is at Comic-Con, a guy wearing a Wolverine mask is like way more famous than like Jonah Hill is, and so like he got way more attention than he would ever have gotten. And people are like, "It's Wolverine! Wolverine is here!"
Yeah, that is a surprise.
Yeah, exactly. Like, move over, Seth Rogen. Wolverine's standing beside you. Yeah.
Well, now that you're going to be the Green Hornet, you are. I mean, that's a big deal.
It's pretty rad. It's exciting.
You become part of that world permanently.
I know that like comic books are what made me not lose my virginity to a very old age, and I hope that maybe I can cause other young men to not lose their virginity.
That is a noble effort.
Exactly.
Now, the coolest comic book characters have a car, I think.
This is my car in the movie.
This is your car in the movie.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
It's got machine guns and missiles.
Does it have a name?
It's called the Black Beauty.
The Black Beauty,
which is also the name of my favorite sexual device. So, Studio is not going to like that one.
Will they give you a chance to own the Black Beauty?
I hope
because I know, like Adam West, I think, has to like rent the Batmobile whenever he wants to do an appearance, and that's you don't
out
want
of his own pocket.
Yeah, when you're like 75 and doing this sort of thing, you want the Black Beauty in your garage.
I want the real Black Beauty.
You should try to get this thing.
Would I look a little lame driving around the city behind that?
Not at all.
That'd be like if everywhere you went, you had a desk in front of you.
It would be not a bad idea. But no, I would like to see you drive around the Black Beauty, and so. So you get to drive. Is it a functioning car, or is it just?
Yeah, those are real machine guns. Those are real. We killed around 400 nerds yesterday. So
it'd be great if it had like a real like weenie horn, like it was like.
It has like it plays La Cucaracha every time you hit it. So
you just signed Guillermo up for a ticket.
We're trying to appeal to all demographics.
Now, when we come back, by the way, I saw your movie Funny People, and it's excellent. It's really good. I thought it was very funny and. Touching as well.
Thank you.
And I know you play a stand-up comedian in the movie, and I want to talk about that because when we come back, we have some video of you at 13 years old doing stand-up comedy.
That could be embarrassing,
potentially even more embarrassing than the
Perfect.
Megan Fox
That's
video.
fantastic.
Seth Rogen is here. Funny People opens tomorrow. Right back.